Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching me from. I want to welcome you to your favorite sport podcast where a common voice meets global sport intelligence. I am your host, Kyle Deojo, and today in this episode, I will bring you results in the football world where we have matches that was played on Monday night, and then we have the biggest of the club football in the Uefa Champions League that actually happened on Tuesday. All of this and many more awards we are going to give you in this episode. Now let's start with the result that happened on Monday Night Football in the English Premier League, where a United team was defeated at Old Trafford for the first time in 45 years by a Leeds United team. Manchester United was defeated by a first half brace from Noah Okafor was enough to actually seal the win despite a spirited fight back with a goal from Casemiro for Manchester United in the second half of play. But that wasn't enough to actually get not just a win, but even a draw in that encounter. And that will be the first time that Leeds United would actually get a win at Old Trafford. And that's to tell you that the last time Leeds United actually got a win at Old Trafford was February 1981, and that actually was exactly 45 years ago. Now, Manchester United, despite this loss, they remain third on the English Premier League table with the same point, 55 points, with Aston Villa, who are fourth on the league, and they are the both of them are 3 points ahead of Liverpool, who are 52 points, and they are fifth in the English Premier League table. Manchester United will actually be playing their next match away at Stamford Bridge against the struggling Chelsea Football Club team led by Liam Rosselló, and this team will actually be avoiding the possible defeat by the two Manchester club after they were defeated the last time they played at Stamford Bridge against Manchester City. 3-0 it was. Now this match is going to take place on Saturday 18th of April 2026 by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. And I tell you, Manchester United, despite their poor results, they are still a team to beat against a struggling Chelsea team. Now let's take you to other results in the Italian Serie A, where Fiorentina defeated Maurizio Sarri-led Lazio 1-0. And then in the Spanish La Liga on Monday night as well, Levante won 1-0 against 10-man Getafe. And straight to the biggest club competition in the European scene, where we have Barcelona being ousted of the Champions League, and as well the struggling English giant Liverpool was also ousted in the Champions League. Barcelona, who lost their first leg against their Spanish rival Atletico Madrid 2-0 at the Camp Nou, were actually putting up the best of show in order for them to actually stage a comeback with the first 2 goals that they scored in that match by Lamine Yamal and Ferran Torres. But of course, a goal from Nigerian Ademola Lookman was enough for Atletico Madrid to actually seal the win in the tie against Atletico Madrid and book their place in the semi-finals of the UEFA club competition. While in the other match, Liverpool were actually the sleeping giants of the English game, playing against the defending champion Paris Saint-Germain in that encounter, and Liverpool, despite their 5 shots on target, were unable to actually get the ball at the back of the P.S.G net. Matvei Safanov actually remained solid at the post as he was able to make 3 very important saves to deny Liverpool of any chance to actually get the goal, to get the ball at the back of the net. And two goals from Ousmane Dembele was what PSG needed against the Toothless Liverpool to win the tie on aggregate 4-0, and that is 2 wins in a row against an English side for PSG Of course, the previous round, they did that against Chelsea, and now they have done it against Liverpool, with PSG actually on the floor waiting for the encounter between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid to determine who they are going to face in the next round in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Now, tonight's fixtures in the UEFA Champions League, we have Arsenal against Sporting Lisbon right there at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal, who is at advantage with a 1-goal lead away at Sporting, they will actually have to let go of their poor form in the league, of their poor recent form in the league, to actually be able to actually book a spot in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Why Sporting Lisbon, who are actually on a good streak and 5 matches with just a loss, they actually have everything it takes to actually summon courage and come out against the Gunners side at Emirates and also get the win. But of course, my straight prediction is that Arsenal possibly might find it so difficult to actually get the win at the Emirates Stadium. But of course, whatever the result, Arsenal will actually have all it takes to actually book a place in the semi-final spot against Atletico Madrid. While in the other round of fixtures, we have Bayern Munich will be playing at home against Real Madrid. Bayern, who actually will be taking a 2-1 advantage with their 2-1 win against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu last week, will be what the German giant led by Vincent Kompany will be what they will actually be leveraging on to in this encounter. And of course, despite Real Madrid being a giant in the European scene in the UEFA Champions League, but I tell you, the current Bayern Munich team, they are actually a good team and a team to beat in this stage, in this kind of encounter, because they have the firepower in front of goal to keep scoring. As the last 12 matches, they only drew 1, and that was against Bayer Leverkusen in March 2026 this year. And in the remaining 11 matches, they've actually got all wins, including the 2-1 win against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Now, great matches is going to be coming to your screen tonight, courtesy of the UEFA Champions League. And I tell you guys, you don't want to miss any of this spectacle of beautiful football match. And that will be a wrap on our today's episode of your favorite sport podcast, where football meets intelligence. I will see you in the next one.